Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We are trying to get everything together so that we can finish this up tonight. All right, our project tonight is the All Pacific Northwest chapter. And see behind me. I'm going to try to slide out of the way because I put my phone kind of across from it. So now you can see how this almost makes a butterfly. So that ought to be pretty cool when we get this all together. All right. As everybody is coming in, hello to everybody as you come in. I'm getting all my ducks in a row. Oh, that's a fucking lie. I don't have ducks. I have squirrels. They have nuts. They are fucking everywhere and they're insane. Okay. So we're not gonna worry about that. Let's turn this back to here so I can get that out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna turn it because the camera's still on, and then I end up looking at my recording here and recording there. And okay. Hey, howdy. How's it going? I lost my damn chat. How did I do that? Man, there it is. I'm rocking out here tonight. I found a way to have music in my headphones and not piss off the algorithms and powers that be. So, kind of rocking out. Sadly, you don't get to hear it. But I found some screw-ups. So I'm going to turn. What do we need? I need camcorder. Oh, and that's pretty much out of the way. Decent. Okay. So when I was pressing everything to put it up on the board, I noticed. Oh no, this is the okay one. In one of these two corners, um, weren't together right. Let's see. This one I took apart already, and then realized that maybe I should show you what I fucked. Yeah, how do you like that? Showing my mistakes. I'm human. All right. I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, but I'm off by almost a quarter of an inch. So this line jigs in before it goes up. And so it feels like this piece needs to tuck a little bit more so this line comes across. And it's too far over right here anyway. So I am going to rip back to here and then rip back a little bit and fix this corner. That's what I had to do on the other one too. But being as I'm going to have this put on the cover of the La Rosa pattern, I kind of wanted it to not look like shit. And I mean, that would have been fine for me for a couch or, maybe even a gift. But not if I'm supposed to be showing off my work on the cover of a pattern. Probably not a good idea. Okay, so can I see any blaring? So I put the clip here because once you start ripping it apart, and then I forget which fucking side I decided needed to be fixed. So that's the side that needs to be fixed. That's why I put the clip there. Gotta be super careful with my seam ripper because I got a new blade and damn, don't wait. If you are tucking this tip underneath your threads and using it to break your threads, don't get another seam ripper. I'm like, why? Why did I wait so long? Lots of sirens out tonight. Lots of cops out, my son said. He went to the dentist today. Yeah, right here. It looks like it tucked in a little bit. Hello to anybody watching. We are finishing up project 1 of 2 for the All Pacific Northwest Shop. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Change back to the first set of contacts and see if I could see up close like this a little better. Can't say that I can. I don't think it's as bad. I can't say it's great though. So let's see if we can fix these. Here's our half square triangles that we made. So if you listen close, you might hear my foot tapping. I don't know what I'm gonna. It's my Amazon Music favorites playlist, which means at some point something's gonna come on that's gonna make it very difficult not to rock out with. I like my songs. Hi guys. I just shut up tonight. So, being as I'm scrolling, we put it all together. Put it up on the wall behind me. Square these two once I fix the see if I can figure out which thing. Maybe that was holding it. Was. Teeny tiny. Seriously. Honestly was sold in a quarter of an inch. I don't have to put triangles. Missed. Okay. It's better. Going on. All right, let's press it and see how that looks. Better. Better. That's better. Okay. Anybody watch a Grammy? I'm not a big Grammy watcher, but I was going to watch last night. Totally fucked it up. I was supposed to start watching on the West Coast at 5. So at 8, when I was thinking I was supposed to start watching, it was fucking over. It's disappointing. Okay. We're switching cameras. If I can take that tape off of this one. It was a marker for, I got these drapes and they were too long. And if I tucked this ruler up underneath, folded it, that was my line. That had been a while. Because I have two hanging that are too. I didn't want it permanent, so I said I did it trim. It's kind of balloon at the bottom. Yeah, fuck it. My sewing room. Oh yeah, I do have to figure out what I'm gonna do for that sort of thing up in my bedroom that we're redoing. Maybe some of the bat drapes should go up there. All right, so that's number two. All right, the sweater can come off now. And when you're not moving, you get cold. I'm moving, hanging with all of you guys. So we were looking at our pantographs that we have at the shop, and we have one that's directional, but it's all trees, and one that's directional with trees and the occasional Bigfoot. So I think one of our samples will have one and one will have the other, unless we want to get really interesting. Trees, one row of trees with Bigfoot. The trees look very similar. So we could. This one looks a smidge hinky on this side. Let's take a look. Did I fix this or nope? Yeah, hinky be gone. All right. That's gonna be one of those simple to put together guys. I say that. Watch me fuck it up. There is a way that it can be fucked up really easy, and that's because this is directional. Let's try to pay attention to that, shall we? All right. Right side up, right side up. Crap we don't need. Off to the machine. Let's see what we can get done tonight. Okay. I What is your favorite thing to listen to when you sew? I know people that put movies on and just have it be one of those movies that they've watched before and they just listen, or something like Bohemian Rhapsody, where it's like mostly music and you don't really have to watch. Do you listen to music? Do you listen to audiobooks? Hey, okay. If I wasn't with you guys, so now I guess I just talk on my phone. Let's make sure that's pressed. Go in the right direction here. But it's either music or audiobook. Let's do that. Save a little thread, shall I? Oh, I have way too much of this shit out here. Probably only need two. Let's see. So if you're doing this pattern, really, here and here is where you need to, whoops, I have it too far left. Here and here is the only spots you really gotta see if it's straight. Those are nice. Makes a good beginner quilt. Semi-beginner. I mean, you're doing some craft corners. That's really not that hard. And you're gonna wish you had your whole speed. So let's get those out of the way. If you're coming in, say hi and where you're from. And if you're here because of the All Pacific Northwest Shop Hop, are you looking forward to it? Are you excited? How do you feel about Idaho being involved this year? And Idaho not having their own boundary? Are they right side up? Or both going the same direction? Yes. Bonus! Okay. So I'm going to sew this going the opposite direction. I like it to pull evenly and not warp it. I wish I was a smidge clearer. Probably got readers around here somewhere. Okay. I don't think Amazon Music should skip. Not like I have a turntable. But I think it just did. Okay. There we go. There's the hum. Maybe music. That's a good idea. I like music. Where did I put it? So let's do the pressing it all in the same direction to make that easier when we put our rows together. So we need to press that way. So then we've just got 3 per row. Here's another question. I had somebody come in Saturday, need a little help with t-shirt quilts. It was really just understanding how the hell the designer was explaining and picturing something. But that particular designer had you do it, assemble it in columns, and sew the columns together. I can always do rows and then sew the rows together. What do you do? If it doesn't specifically say you can do whatever the hell you want, I don't have room for that though, so we're gonna just set it here. Right side up, right side up. Oops. Okay, didn't plan on that being okay. So let's fix that. Okay, I am gonna do a little overlapping with my chain casing. I want to get this together and make sure it measures right. So this is project two. So I'm going to just let that sit there. And then when I need the leader ender, I'm going to slide that through. My husband isn't home. Kids are upstairs. One's taking a nap. One got noise canceling headphones on and would be able to hear me. So you never know if I'm going to have to take the old girl outside. These are kind of fine. So I can set it here if I have to do that. So then if anybody comes in or something, they know that I'm not just gone. Because I did have one I forgot to turn off. And it just recorded for 20 hours or some bullshit. But that was in the beginning. Better now. Well, that's when I thought all I had to do was say stop streaming on OBS. And then it would be enough. And it isn't. Okay, that one was pressed out that way, I think. So we're going to press the other way. Whoops. Didn't need to be like that. You can hear that. I'm watching the OBS there. How it's moving. Okay. Hi, Miss Daisy Mae. How you doing? My husband's visiting his brother in the hospital. He's had quite a bit of health issues. He's on dialysis. He lost a portion of his foot. He had a port put in his arm, and his arm swelled all up. And he was in the hospital for that, and we released him. But, hi, dog. What are you doing? Are you lost there? And I guess they had to call yesterday with Sunday. So they, in the night, Saturday to Sunday, I guess they called 911 and he went back to the hospital. Blood poisoning, I think is what they said. I mean, jeez, how did that happen? Oops. All right, I can't see. Oh, she went up the ramp. Got some Foo Fighters playing. Hey, have you? I heard that they just came out or finished an album. Has anybody heard it? I don't know that I have. I think I heard a single. Okay, this is gonna go like like I need to melt those. Move 'em. Hey everybody, welcome in tonight. Whoops, constantly rotating, rolling those things. that to that. So, Miss Daisy, what are you doing in there? Everything okay? Oh, somebody went out. All right, guys. Let's let you look at the pretty. I'm gonna go see if she needs help getting out. I'll be oh, there she is. I'm gonna go set her outside. Hang on. Okay, is that it? Yep. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Help me keep an eye on the time. 7:26. Give her 7:31, maybe 5 minutes. Start there. Nope. Mhm. Okay, that's my next one. That one's ready to come out. All right, to it. What are you doing, Miss Swanee? What you doing, silly pretty girl? You haven't been a movie star in a long time. Let me know if you want me to pick you up. Change the camera. Okay, get it going. See how long it'll take us to get it together tonight. All depends on your input with this bitch again. So I found something. I have it in the cards. I'm only gonna get one and try it. And if it works well, then I will get more and sell them in the shop. And I can put them up in your private store maybe at a little bit of a discount. Let's go for this one. Golly, go help Easy. Go help Grandma. Granny Daisy. Go get Granny Daisy. Help her. Help her in. Yeah. Look at Granny Daisy. Fuck your mom. Looking like I know what the hell you're talking about. Whoops. I still put it on the wrong one. Sorry. There you go. Sorry. The downside of having so many camera views, right? No, that is the later ender. I don't need that one piece. Okay. Might be able to get this tested too. And then I'm gonna have to get my friend over here and work on the verbiage and the photos for piecing the next project. And then I will do a video. Maybe I'll do a live video for you guys so you can watch me and hear all my fuck ups. And then I'll use that and edit it. Do maybe a voiceover. I've never done that, but why not? That way I can be me with you guys as we, but then I can turn that into like an instructional video. Put a QR code maybe in the printed pattern. That's what I do for my pillowcase kits. I have a video for that. Why not? Nobody's talking to me tonight. Oops, what time is it? Okay, let's get this thing done and go check out. I guess Scully basically just laid down and said, fuck you, Mom. I'm not going to help you with the old dog. Ruby's still out there. You gotta go help her. It's not cold tonight, so I'm not too worried, but she still gets to the shaky point because she gets so cold. I think the sign needs to say, let the dog in, let the dog out. Let the dog in, let the dog out. Because anybody that has dogs, yuppers. All right. I think this goes like, I'm going to fold this back on itself there so I can see how this looks here. Yeah, I don't know if you can even see that. Probably not. I think, yeah, it's gonna go like that. Sorry. And this is three. Oh, okay, time for a whole nother row. All right, I'm going to grab the dog because she's probably halfway to Timbuktu. Okay, not working? Yeah. All right. Let's take. I can't see it up here, but mhm. All right. How about if we're tracking? So this one's pressed that way. Okay, and this one goes the other way. We need to alternate, so. All right. Mhm. Okay, which way are we gonna do? Oh, we already started, so this goes the other way. So I'm a pink fan, Alicia Moore, Alicia Beth Moore, however you want it. And I didn't know there was a new. I don't know if she's new, but I've never had a problem looking at pink before. And now when I look up pink, I get Pink Panther something. Like, okay, I think our names are awfully close. I'm not sure if I had such an extensive career like Pink that I'd want somebody kind of hijacking the name. I mean, to each their own. Hi, you can't come through right here. There's a bar. There. Okay, you're coming at that ramp at an angle. This is gonna go quick. All right. That. Let's get this here. You ever doom scroll, see clips of a movie, and I'll tell you what the fucking movie is, but it's just enough to make you go, hey, maybe I want to watch that. No idea what it is. How rude. Okay. All right. So far, so good on this. shop hop is April 1st, which I kind of thought was funny because it's really not a joke. We really are starting on the 1st. And runs through May 31st, which is my mom's birthday. Okay. Upside down, upside down. Why is they're going the same direction? Oh, Daisy, there's a ramp. That ramp has not changed location in, I don't know, a couple years. Okay. Let's lay down on the new fluffy blanket I put down here. I mean, not meant to be that, but I was cold earlier. I brought bookwork home and sat in here. I've been in here most of the day, not doing any fun stuff though. All right. What am I gonna put on the back of this? I don't know what to do with the. There's the big quilt that I designed last year's shop hop. Can probably come down now, but it's still selling pattern. Can we leave it? Nope. Yep. Oh, I can't reach. Go ahead and place a product order because we've got two going left. I need one going right. Which is going to be this. Oh, we went and saw Sun Blue. Anybody see that? Okay. I did not pay close enough attention to what it was I was going to see. Ended up being really good, but I almost didn't watch it because I thought it was Hugh Jack. I thought it was a movie about Neil Diamond, and that Hugh Jackman was going to be playing Neil Diamond. I wasn't sure how I felt about that because I like the jazz singer, and it was exactly. Hugh Jackman played Lightning, which was a kind of an impersonator, and so he sung Neil Diamond stuff with his wife. So I mean, they had if they had any luck at all, it was bad. Okay, look at this. Let's start putting our rows together, shall we? Okay. So I feel like there are spots that'll be more obvious if you are not spot on than others. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Which way is it? Okay. Okay. That. Not sure I love that. Not my best work. Kind of wondering why it's not gonna work for me. I've been having a day. Oop. This is one I wanted to look nice. So the next one, I'll have to really slow down, right? No, you don't. Yeah, you do. Momentum kept going. No, I left my foot. Better not go peeing on my floor in there, dog. You did just go out. Hi there. How you doing tonight? Wrapping up our cookies. Not cookies. These notes. Oh, shit. Drop sample. How about that? You can see how much of a drummer I am by how much I can overlap when I have to beat, right? I can usually do okay overlapping like that until I think about it. Are you like that? If I start to think about, hey, I'm doing it, it's like, oh, fuck that. I screw it all up. All right. So this one goes up. So we'll use this one. We have to keep an eye out. I think we're gonna do a collab with Greenland Katie. That'll be fun. So nice of her to offer to show me around. I technically have two accounts, so if you follow me, I can probably, and you have a channel, I can probably give you 2 for 1. It's the remembering to sit down and do it, right? It's in my way. Okay. And I am starting to do the stay stitch all the way around, so we'll have plenty of time tonight. We'll probably do that. Most eclectic list of music. I love it. I wonder what my customers think though, because there is all kinds of shit that bounces from Taylor Swift to Nirvana to Soundgarden to is this a Queen to Volbeat. And then you gotta throw in some. There's a few that are just on the cusp of country jazzy kind of thing. If I like it, it goes in it. I take that back. The work one, I don't put like disturbed and stuff in there. Daisy, you can't go that way. You've just climbed all over the boxes, and now I think you're stuck. Old dog problems. Hi. Hi. That's my old girl. There's Bonnie. We see Bonnie on camera. Would you like to say hi to everybody? There's nobody on, but somebody will see you at some point. Because you're my baby. This is my old girl. This is Daisy Amazing. All right, we're going to set you down. Where you have a little bit of traction. Not much, evidently. Foo Fighters is in there. You're talking about music. Young Blood. Yeah. Ed Sheeran. Just another one to want to know. I don't have any Lady Gaga though. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, there's some Neil Diamond and a Dolly Parton or two. Tina Turner's in there, so there's some old shit in there too. Lottie, you're funny. All right, this is our last room, but I need a stop. So we're going to move the pattern and what you doing, Days? You're just on top of the ramp there. Going to the kitchen. What time is it, guys? Yeah, 8. Well, I'm gonna have to trust the fact that I figure out and hope that she leaves, because she'll probably be pacing until bedtime now. This is a great video. I'm not a big music video person anymore, but this was pretty cute. This is Youngblood. All right, this goes that way, which means all right. One big seam, and this will be together, and then we'll go all the way around it. I'm going to put my leader ender piece back up on the board. Nope, upside down. Oof. Yeah, next piece. So Daisy is like what I like to call a mall walker. So we have this sunken room, and then so this is like the formal living and entertainment room, whatever. This formal room here is sunken, and the casual living room is sunken. So she has a ramp here. She's got a series of tiny steps in the other room. And then she goes around the kitchen, through the kitchen and around the table. Big loop like that. I'm going to need to stand probably to press this. There's pink. I have like 4 playlists. Everything I put a heart on that I like. Then I have the list that I can listen to at music or at work. I'm doing that. Okay. I have a timeout list because there's a few songs that get old really quick. It's like Victoria's Secret and there's a couple that you're like, oh, okay, that's I need a break. But I don't want to lose them, so they're just in the timeout. And then I have an older one that I need to play with my current favorite, so I can just narrow it down to a few. I don't know. I'm learning the Amazon Music because I don't use Pandora or Spotify. Hi, honey bunny. How's it going? Not supposed to. Yeah, okay. Make sure I didn't accidentally fold one of these seams the wrong way. So let's get this. Mhm. I'm going to leave that there because then I can start sewing those rows together. All right, that out of the way. That's still okay. What a pain in the ass. Should have thought about this and picked the big ironing board. It's a pain in the ass because I got these angle ones here and they keep rolling. Oh, Janis Joplin. It's on here too. Okay, roll. See. Now it's a. Will I finish before my husband gets home? Because he wasn't hitting the hospital until 7. Ladies, careful on the ramp. Actually, do the ramp. Don't. Oh, sometimes you take that ramp right on the edge and you roll right off. The amount of times this dog rolls is just. And the amount of times she's taken actual big falls and just gets up and keeps walking. No, yep, no. Not even a oomph. Just makes her sick sometimes. So last seam, oops, right off the pressing mat there. Whoops, I put a crease. Damn. Right there. I don't think I can get in trouble for humming it, right? I mean, look how many people sing people's songs on YouTube and TikTok and shit. I should be able to sing it if I want to. Hi, Daisy. I freak you out? Let's see. Oh, being vertically challenged kind of sucks. Just going to state that like you care. Let's get this. How you doing there, Daisy? Having some problems? Let's turn. There we go. Got it all together. do you think, guys? Okay. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Let's change cameras. There we go. This is the pattern we used. And as soon as I get it completely done, quilted bound, we will take the best picture we can, get it out to Villa Rosa and get the cards, and then I will have them for sale. And this is the top row to this. Guys want to watch this go together, being as nobody's here and I'm by myself anyway? What is this? Oh, I don't need that. Let it pop up on here. Yes, that's for life. That now this looks funny, doesn't it? Hmm, that's weird. Whatever. Let's, now you guys get to hang with me while I do one other little thing that we need for this shop pop. Definitely not keeping anybody from anything. Oh, Brian Adams is on here. What do you think of the new Brian Adams stuff? All right, come here. What did I get hung up on? Basically nothing. So these are not the colors we're using. I don't think we are. This is just a pattern test. Last year we had created a 12, finished 12-inch block. It was similar to this mountain. And now I'm making this mountain 24 inches, one block. And we're gonna piece a 24 by 40-inch panel instead of using a 24 by 40. This is way off on length. So maybe we gotta correct that in the pattern. Hopefully everything else is enough. But, you know, we are learning as we go. Just over an hour. Let's press towards a solid piece. That's at the very bottom. And that's the very top of the mountain. But there's more to it. Alright, so this is down. Here's Tina. Thought I was done. least with it being a solid top piece, I can adjust that. Just trim it, you know. It's not like I've got to figure out how to shorten it in between other things. You would think I would have put something like Quilter down or something like that in here. Nope, I got tiny wood. No, not tiny hazard. Rain. The rain in the window. And you know, some of them are because they're my mom's favorite. I like them, or I wouldn't listen to them, but I can like almost see her. She would tap her leg when she was like really feeling herself. Sadly, I was talking to someone last week, and Valentine's Day will be 30 fucking years. 30 years. That's just wrong. Too young to lose my mom. She was too young to die. What day of the week does Valentine's Day fall on? Because it's not always a good day for me. It's chaotic, doesn't it? Okay, well, that works. Okay. Yes, Daisy. But I think this is how she gets her exercise, just like the mall walkers. I just telling somebody, because I was explaining that how I started quilting because when my mom died, I remembered that she had started a quilt and I got stuck being drugged to all these fucking quilt shops. My butt leaning up against the shelves and she picked blue and white fabric. I think she got backwards. And I was too young. I don't know. I don't think she got very much of each one. She got a lot, so. And then I remember her giving all the quilting stuff to my aunt. And now that I sew, I think I know what she did wrong, but I haven't opened it to see. So I wanted to know how to sew so that it didn't ruin her thing. Well, it's been 30 years. I think I know what I'm doing now. Kinda. All right. Let's. Anybody watching this is going to be like, what the fuck? Change fabrics. You had to hang out with me to know what this was. Semi related. And okay, so we've got this mountain comes up this peak with the snow. Okay, let's line this up. And this will be the last thing here. And then you guys don't. Well, nobody's here anyway. But you wouldn't have to stick around for me to do the stay stitch going around there. But I will be doing that as well. What did I do there? Oh, never mind. This is recycled fabric, and that I was all snazzy and put a double row of stitches in a curtain or something. So now I have 2 rows of holes. Right. Last thing tonight, guys. So what do we got coming up? We got the pattern making and testing and filming of the new pattern, which has to happen soon, but probably will not be the next thing you guys see. Then we've got, whoops, we've got a 3-yard quilt that I cut before that I will offer the 3-yard bundle to you with the pattern at a discount and not advertise it on the shop. So it's exclusive. Exclusive. All right, here we go. Um, oh, Miley. Not Miley. Yeah, Miley. She is on here too. It is amazing. So that's pretty good with a brand new pattern designer software that we're working with to get all this done without having, I'm not gonna use this camera again, so let's get that out of the way and change to that. The only thing that's a little off is this top piece is like half an inch off, and maybe I misread it. That's okay. So there's our mountain. See how much? Okay, 24 and a half. It's good. It is taller. It's 25 tall. That's okay. That's good. All right, guys. That is it for tonight. I think on Thursday, let's work on the 3-yard. Unless you guys come up with something else or I come up with something else. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for hanging out with me or not. We've wrapped up this not cold case, this case notes. So we are done with our sample. It's right behind us. And I will see you 7 o'clock on Thursday. Night.